Today's topic is passion, and sometimes passion kind of equals dollar sign. Today we're going to get into all of that. Hi, I'm Rick Higgins. Welcome to The Pirate Wanderer, where we are all about mastering the second half of life. And unfortunately for me, mastering the second half of life also means learning to master my checkbook. Passion. Passion, passion, passion. That was actually going to be the theme of a video, and I decided to turn it into what passion gets me. Now, I've had a lot of passions over the years. Motorcycles, that was an expensive one. Scuba diving, also a fairly expensive one. And now we have YouTube and photography. But before we get into all that, I'm going to show you what's inside of my case. While I'm getting ready, I'm going to roll a little clip of what scuba actually looks like. Okay, what are we here to talk about today? We are here to talk about what's in your camera bag. My latest passion is exactly what you are watching right now. It is photography, videography, telling stories. That's probably my biggest thing. I love to tell stories, and I love gadgets, like the thing I'm talking to you on, and I'm going to have to show you that in a second because I'm filming me on. Anyway, it's very circular. So what do we have in our bag? And the reason I'm showing you all of this is because it's not just for YouTube, it's also for travel. A lot of this, even though this is bulky as hell, I don't carry it all. When you're traveling and you want to do photography or videography, a lot of this really comes in handy. You got your basic tripod with bendy legs, extensions, those are all good. Oh, I've got to show you this one later. He's a lot of fun. This is an Olympus OMD mirrorless camera. Now, it looks like your standard DSLR, it's not. And a little explanation is in order. A DSLR is big, clunky, takes incredible photos. This one is small, not so clunky, and takes incredible photos. The difference is in a DSLR, there's a mechanical mechanism in the middle with a mirror that goes up and down. When you're looking through the viewfinder, you're actually looking through a mirror. And when it's ready to take the picture, the mirror slides out and picture gets taken. This has no mirror, hence the term mirrorless. What you see through the lens is what you see through the viewfinder and on the LED. It makes it lighter. The sensor's a little smaller. You really can't use these to take professional photography and have it up on a billboard on the side of the highway. But for what you do for travel, you can't beat this thing. I think somebody just went off and her name is Alexa. What are you going to do? As I was saying about my mirrorless camera, it is incredibly light, as you can see, and it is small, and it packs down very well. Now, I have a fairly large lens on this thing, but the lenses are removable. You can swap out whatever you want. This is a Tamron, I'm not even going to get into it because I can't read, 14 through 150 lens. What this means is it's a perfect all-around lens. If you want to take wide angle landscapes or do city photography, this is great. If you want to get out maybe 100, 120 feet, it does great. It's not that heavy. It's got really good focus. So if this is all you need, this is all you need. It's light, it carries well with a strap. So you want to go out and do some travel photography, this is perfect. Now, there are some specialty lenses. What's next in here? A prime. What is a prime, you may ask? Well, let me pop this off and put this one in. A prime lens is just something a little bit smaller. As you can see, it's a lot smaller. They actually make these down to pancake size. The difference is this doesn't zoom. Nothing happens when you turn this. There's no moving parts in here whatsoever. It's like an old Instamatic brownie kind of camera. Now, why would you want a lens that doesn't do that? Well, it's light. You can throw this in a purse. It's tiny. Actually, it's even tinier. I have a little thing on the bottom because I have giant hands. So prime lens lets you do street photography incredibly. It's very good for low light. You want to get that professional look where the subject's in focus and everything behind them's kind of blurry. This does a great job. Now you can see between the two, it's a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter. I carry both. This is my everyday carry. This is one when I just want to go out and be kind of unobtrusive and I just want to do a lot of wide angle photography. What else do we have in the bag? Oh, we got the big one. Ugh. This guy's heavy and big. He goes out to 300 millimeters. And what that means is I can pretty much photograph the moon with this thing. It is very much a specialty lens. You do not want to carry this thing in your bag any more than you absolutely have to, because it is not light. But when you want to reach out and get some good photography, this is a great lens. Now, I will tell you, when it has fully extended, it does have a little bit of wobble, especially if you have like any kind of trimmer in your hands, which I do a little bit. But that's the other thing that I need to tell you about this. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by any of this. If you guys want to sponsor me, I'll be taking it right on the corner over there. Anyway, the Olympus OMD has what's called 5-axis stabilization. So even a big shaky klutz like me can actually take some pretty decent photos with this. Okay, the last lens. It's sort of a novelty joke gag gift kind of lens. It's called a fisheye. It looks about the same. It's heavy as hell. It looks about the same as the prime, but it's got a big old bubble lens on it. Now, what's kind of fun about these things it is seriously wide angle. When I say wide angle, I mean, oh, sorry, it's got like little numbers I can play with. I don't know what it's doing. I digress. A bubble lens on this thing, when you're taking a picture with it, you actually have to be pretty careful because it has 180 degrees of visibility. You can see the tops of your shoes if you're not careful when you're shooting with this. Now, why would you use this? It's certainly not for portrait photography unless you want to make your boyfriend or girlfriend look as disfigured and horrible as possible. But you go out and you get some landscape photography or some trick shots or just some really interesting creative things. This is a fun lens to have. I was in Barcelona. It was nighttime. By the way, these things just suck up light. You can be pretty much at midnight and it will find light to use. Anyway, I was in Barcelona. It was at night. It had just rained like an hour before, glistening everywhere. And I took all of these photos that you're seeing running underneath. And I thought they were really pretty damn cool. It was just a unique way of showing things. Okay, what else do we have in this bag? I think that's about it. We've got little fuzzies and big fuzzies. The other thing I wanted to show you is what I am filming on. And in order to do that, I've got to change cameras and show you. Okay, this is what I do all of my blogging on. And it's actually what you were hearing me talk to. The problem is, and I'm gonna flip back, you can see I'm taking pictures with this thing. The problem with the OMD, that there's no microphone. You cannot plug a microphone in it. You can with the Osmo Action. Now what I really like about this thing is you see the lens just to the side of it, right there? That's a screen on the front. So when you're walking around aiming this thing at yourself, well, you can see yourself. You can see exactly where you're framed. It can connect up to a nice little tripod. It's got a nice little frame on it. You can attach microphones and lights and all sorts of goodies. Okay, I'm going to go back to using that one and talk to you. Okay, the last thing I want to show you, and this is my latest toy. This thing is so cool. This is stuck inside of its case. No, this is a 360 Go. Wait, that's actually not the camera. That's the case. That's the camera. It's tiny, it's small. This is just a little charging pod with magnets. Gotta love magnets. How do you use this dumb little thing? You can put one of these under your shirt, just have it clip along and push the button and take photos. Now, why would you want like a little teeny action camera? Well, the thing is, and I'm going to take a picture of me talking to you on it. You push the button once and it just runs for 30 seconds. Just takes 30 seconds of pictures. Now, do you see me moving this thing around? Actually, let's do this the better way. I'm just going to turn it upside down and upside down. Now, let me show you the photos of what it took, or the video, I mean. I'm just going to turn it upside down and upside down. Now, let me show you the photos of what it took, or the video, I mean. Do you see it moving? This thing's incredible. You can hang it right here on your chest, and it doesn't matter if it's cockeyed or not. Now, here's some video I took earlier. I was out riding my bike down the Keys just looking for things to photograph, and I had this on, and periodically I just pushed a button. Now, I don't really know what I'm going to do with this thing. It's kind of fun. I hope this magnet doesn't mess up the microphone. But you can put it on there if you were doing like a vlog and you were getting on an airplane and just push the button. And for 30 seconds, it's capturing you walking onto the airplane or walking into a store. It's great for a little B-roll. Granted, it's a big, wide action thing, but I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. Okay, those are my toys. I've got a listing. Oh wait, I do have one more toy I got to show you, but before I do that, I'm going to put the listing of everything that I bought and everything that I used down below. Like I say, none of this is sponsored. I'm going to use links from B&H Photography. That's where I get a lot of this stuff, mostly because I like them. I've never had a problem with them. They're very informative on their website. If you ever want to try any of this, even if you don't want a YouTube vlog, I highly, highly, highly recommend some of these very lightweight cameras. Get the filters. Definitely get the filters. And let me show you my latest toy. I got to do a little sit-up, so hang on. It is green. It is not a pillow. It is not a banky. It is a green screen. It is like 10 pounds of custom green goodness, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with this, but I think I might be able to suddenly have my head come out of a snowbank, forest fire, brothel. I don't know. It's going to come out of something. I don't even know why I got it. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. It is a lot of heavy, I can tell you that. It's like holding up two 10-pound bags at the end of each arm. So I'm going to go away now and try to get some exercise.